I'm Max Brantley with the Arkansas Times. On Friday, November 20th, a task force, one of a number appointed by Governor Asa Hutchinson, this one on highway funding, began finishing its work yesterday, and they came up with a lot of ideas, all familiar, to find new money for highways, which needs hundreds of millions of dollars more every year to keep the pace of maintenance and improving highways. Lots of these things are on the margins. The main two proposals are to raise the fuel tax, one, or to slowly take money that now goes to general revenues to other agencies and put it into highways instead. The fuel tax is the obvious right way to go. Taking money from other places inevitably will beggar those services. But Governor Hutchinson has said that he doesn't want a plan that is anything but revenue neutral. That is, that we're not collecting any more taxes than we're collecting now. If we don't collect more taxes than we do now, and some of that money goes to highways, somebody's going to pay. Arkansas Advocates for Children and Families pointed that out in a new study it released today. It put forward a pretty good plan to have an increase in the fuel tax, to index it both to price, inflation, and also to fuel efficiency. As efficiency rises, the tax would rise to make up for the loss, which is something we haven't done for 15 years. And in fact, we haven't raised the fuel tax in 15 years. Their plan is probably a non-starter, even though they would mute the effect of a big fuel tax rise by saying the state ought to have an earned income tax credit for poor people, since they were the only people left out of tax cutting in the Hutchinson administration's first run at tax cutting. In any event, that's where we stand. I think the odds of a highway program happening without harming others is pretty small. The unemployment rate in Arkansas was down to 5.1% in October. That's down a tenth of a point from the month before, but it's a full 0.7 of a point lower than the same month a year ago. Pretty good news. Mike Huckabee has no good news. CNN announced the new criteria for the next Republican presidential debate. Under the current polling standards, Mike Huckabee would again be relegated to the kiddies table. By the way, Mike Huckabee today said he's the victim in a copyright lawsuit for his unauthorized use of a Survivor song at a rally with Kim Davis. He played Eye of the Tiger without permission. He says it's unbelievable that somebody would sue him for breaking the law. Imagine that. A couple of good things to read about on the Arkansas blog today. That's arkansasblog.com. One of the remarks Wendell Griffen made last night when he received a Truth Teller Award from the Arkansas Communities Institute. He's a pastor and judge who's not afraid to speak bluntly. He talked about some simple truths in Arkansas today, the fact that we're unwelcomed immigrants, so we claim to be a Christian country, that we give tax breaks to rich people and not to poor people. A litany of things that'll fire you up one way or the other, wherever you fall on the spectrum. You'll either love it or hate it, depending on your point of view. He doesn't mince any words. And also a great new article in the Atlantic this month about a situation in Syracuse, New York, strikingly similar to Little Rock. It's had a downtown that's been harmed and decayed by a major freeway. It's time to replace that freeway because the bridges are too small. And they're talking about widening the freeway and having the elevating freeway, even though clearly the freeway there has done terrible damage to the city and created poverty pockets. Some people up there are talking about different ways of doing things, about boulevards rather than freeways and transit and other means of getting around. It's an awful lot like Little Rock, except up there the leaders are talking about doing something creative where so far we're not. A story I'd recommend you reading. And finally today, a note of sadness. Arkansas's great historic preservationist, Parker Westbrook, died at 89. That's Arkansas's with an apostrophe S to form the possessive. That was one of his great crusades that he got the legislature to endorse, the correct formation of the possessive of Arkansas. I'll always remember Parker for that and for a lot more. He's from Nashville. There'll be a memorial service December 1st. Old Washington is also a tribute to his historic skills. I'm Max Brantley. I'll be back next week.
You feel it in your heart. The spirit of Little Rock. We've had that spirit since 1927, helping build our city by producing decades of leaders in the heart of our state. We are the heart of business and innovation, the heart of politics and government, the heart of arts and culture, and in our city beats the heart of a Trojan. UALR. We are Little Rock's team and Little Rock's University.